the one and only Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie has done it again. This time around, Chimamanda has done a book for children. Massive news, really, really great news, considering the talent and the iconic stature of Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie in terms of writing top-class, world-class, award-winning novels. This time around, Chimamanda has done something for the kids, and it was launched with a lot of fanfare. We really had a lot of fun, those of us who were there. Memorable, unforgettable. Enjoy this.
Iconic novelist Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie has launched her maiden children's book, Mama's Sleeping Scarf. The book launch event, a blend of entertainment and education, was perfectly timed to be in sync with the recent festive season. The exciting event was themed Christmas Magic with Chimamanda, and it hosted children and adults to engage in activities. Chimamanda, who is globally acclaimed for her award-winning books including Purple Hibiscus, Half of a Yellow Sun, and Americana, amongst others, captured a unique blend of fun and education in her new children's book, Mama's Sleeping Scarf, with an enchanting protagonist called Chino. The book was birthed from Chino's playful interactions with her mother's colorful scarf, discovered the richness of family culture and values. The hybrid event hosted dignitaries from various walks of life, including former President Olusegun Obasanjo, former Vice President Yemi Osinbajo, former Minister of Education Oby Ezekwesili, Labour Party presidential candidate in the last general election Peter Obi, and literary enthusiasts, amongst others. A highlight of the event was the lineup of special dignitaries who shared their experiences and thoughts on the value and importance of reading.
The idea of reading is really meant to build you up as a human being with good attributes, good characteristics, and then, of course, to be able to live life that will be of service to humanity and of service to God.
Getting children to read good books early is possibly the most priceless thing one could ever do for a child. So thank you, Chimamanda, for writing this book. And I hope that Mama's Sleeping Scarf will, like the great children's books before it, inspire generations of children all over the world. Thank you and congratulations.
Reading is so impactful, and for children now that technology is at your fingertips, and in any second there's something to watch or play or download, reading really is the gift that you can give to yourself. And as adults, reading really is the gift that we can give to children in our lives. It is the gateway to imagination, to understanding, to innovation, and to pathways that can really change the world.
Reading in African culture exceeds just words on a page. It acts as a beacon of knowledge, wisdom, and preservation, cultural preservation. It is a vessel that contains the collective experience, customs, and aspirations of a continent famed for its tenacity and diversity. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please stand and join me in this campaign. Let us reaffirm our dedication to the value of reading. Let us recognize that as a fundamental pillar of human progress and enlightenment.
In her remarks, Chimamanda appreciated the dignitaries and everyone present for honoring her with her presence and challenged everyone to be a better reader.
It was important for me to have this event because I want to talk about reading. And not in the kind, often you hear people say, oh, we don't read, we don't have a reading culture. But I want to talk about it in a very granular way. Why are we not reading and what can we do about it? And it can seem like a difficult subject, but it's not. I mean, when people ask, what can we do? Well, we can buy books. And when people ask, why are my children not reading? Well, your children are not reading because you don't read. And when we say we don't have time to read, it's not true at all. It's that we haven't given value to reading. Because we say we don't have time to read, but we have time to do so many other things. Even if it's a page a day, it makes such a difference. One of the things that I find worrying now about this country is how our ability to think critically just seems to be in massive decline. And so people argue, but it's almost as though we've lost the ability to craft good arguments. And so instead we think the louder we are, then somehow the better our point is. But that's not true. And reading anything, and by the way, by reading, I don't mean social media. I mean reading things that are actually well written, well punctuated, possibly longer than, 5 pages. It really does help in thinking critically. And it doesn't matter what it is you're reading, fiction, non-fiction, history, it doesn't matter. It really does help you to start to think better. There's something about learning through reading that is different from learning through any other way.
And straight to the peak of the event, the unveiling of Chimamanda's first children's book, Mama's Sleeping Scarf.
Let's see that.
If you cannot read, there's nothing that you would be able to do as well as necessary in life. And so the capacity to read is really a predictor of how successful a person's life can be. So for us on the continent, access to books that children can read, so important. The kind of engagement of teachers and families in ensuring that children can read, very important. What Chimamanda is doing is taking us back to a national consciousness on the importance of reading.
It's all about a culture of getting the children to read. Like it's been mentioned, Nigeria is a place with no reading culture. We have abandoned what we should be doing and engaging in what we should not be part of. Reading is critical. It's one of those things that can change a system. If you want to be a better human being, you must read and read and read. So children's book will inspire children to read and develop that culture in their young age.
Mama's Sleeping Scarf was published in the UK and US by HarperCollins in September 2023 and later in Nigeria by Narrative Landscape Press in October 2023.
That event was really fun for me, for a lot of people who were there. Now, we've got a lot of more content from that event, and the one we showed at the beginning of the show, the one for Professor Olufemi Vaughan, we'll be showing you excerpts from those two events on coming episodes. So you might want to look out for that. Well, this is where we have to end the show. As always, we'll be delighted to get your feedback through any of our social media platforms displayed on your screen. My name is Olakunle Kasumu. Remember, one great book can change your life. Bye-bye.